Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Sean from Double Clutch HD coming at you with episode 5 of the Angels Fantasy franchise. We're going up against the Dodgers in this episode. I think their pitcher is Roy Oswalt, and we have Volquez on the mound. I'm not too sure. But, yeah. This series is coming to a close rapidly, guys. This is the third to last episode. Looking at our record, we're 23-30, and they're 27-23. So we are struggling. Still a lot of time to get back into the mix of things, but with a record like that, I don't think we're gonna be making the playoffs. But yeah, I decided to move on from this series to a more realistic series. Not a fantasy draft, but what team that'll be will be decided later. I still haven't recorded any episodes for that series yet, but I'll be moving on from this fantasy franchise series. So Roy Oswalt versus Edinson Volquez. Our starting pitching has been pretty bad to start off the year, but that's all right. And looking at the Dodgers lineup, they got Jose Reyes, Howie Kendrick, Evan Longoria, Nick Swisher, Hunter Pence, Justin Ruggiano, Brett Wallace, Peter Borges, and Christian Betancourt. Very solid lineup, good contact. Not a lot of power though. So and Edinson Volquez is on the mound. 4.15 ERA. We can't live with that. So first inning now, 1-2 count to Howie Kendrick, and that's gonna be lined into left field for a base hit. Edison just left that cut fastball or two-seam fastball up in the zone. And the Dodgers have their first hit. So here's Nick Swisher now. 2 outs, 2-2 count. He's going to drive this to center field. Looks playable for Trout, and he's going to just get there in time. And the Dodgers could have scored a run right there, but we'll hold them to 0. And looking at the Angels lineup for Mike Scioscia today. And here it comes. We got Melky Cabrera leading it off. Mile Weeks, Mike Trout, Chris Davis, Pablo Sandoval, Yorvi Torrealba, Jorge Soler, Brandon Belt, and Trevor Story to round out the order. And up against the old man, Roy Oswalt. I think he's 40 or something like that. But here's Melky now. 0-1 count. Second pitch of the at-bat. He's going to line this into right field for a base hit. Melky Cabrera has just been tearing it up for our team. And the rest of the team needs to pick up the slack if we want to win some games here. So here's Chris Davis. Melky's on third now after a sacrifice by Jamiel, and got moved over by Trout. And that's going to be a base hit to right field. So we're going to strike for our first run of the game. Chris Davis coming up in the clutch with 2 outs. And here's Brandon Belt. 1-2 count, 2 outs in the second inning. Here comes a pitch from Oswalt, and that's going to be a hanging curveball driven to left center. And Belt's on his way to second. Going to get in there with a stand-up double. Nice piece of hitting right there with 2 strikes for Brandon Belt. And Brandon Belt has been a utility player for me, so I'm pretty happy with his production so far. Here's Trevor Story, 2-1 count, 2 outs, and he's going to line that to right field, But Brandon Belt is going to be held up at third because the throw was off, but it was just hit too sharply on the ground for Brandon Belt to even score on that play. So here's the milkman. 0-0 count on the next pitch. Hanging curveball. This is a drive to right field, and it catches the corner. And Melky Cabrera has a 3-run homer for the Angels. 3 2-out hits against Roy Oswalt caused this almost disastrous result for him. Probably one of the worst case scenarios for Oswalt, considering he had 2 outs, but then he gave up that double to Belt, single to Trevor Story, and Melky just finishes it off with a 3-run shot. And like I said, Melky's been tearing it up for us. So he doesn't have a lot of power, but he just gets this ball out of here. Just catches the corner in right field. Probably catchable for the right fielder if he tried to jumper at something, but just couldn't get there in time. So going into some sim here. And the Dodgers, they're going to actually strike for a couple runs here. Kind of mad that this happened, considering I just scored 4 runs for Edinson Volquez. And they're going to just tie the game up right here, I think. Yeah, 4 runs in the 5th inning. Next inning, Jorge Soler, 1-0 count. Pitch from Oswalt. That's going to be a drive to right field. Can it get over the tall wall? The right fielder looks up, and yes, it will clear the wall just barely. Good piece of hitting right there by Jorge Soler. The rookie just been, in simulation, he hasn't been doing all that great, but whenever I play with him, I seem to get a lot of hits with him. And just a nice home run for him right there, and become a fan favorite in LA because he's a rookie, and he's just been tearing it, well, hasn't been tearing it up, but he does have a decent average. Has been hitting for some power, showing great promise, and just a nice piece of hitting right there. And just cleared that tall wall in right field, and with all the scoreboards and everything. I've been to Angel Stadium a couple times, so I know that walls can be pretty hard to clear. But Chris Davis now, 1 out, 0-0 count. He's going to drive that to right field. Can this be gone too? Yes, sir. Chris Davis with a drive to right field. That's going to be another homer for him. And like in real life, Chris Davis, he has 37 home runs at the time I'm making this commentary. So he's been tearing it up for us. Roy Oswalt not having a best start. 6 earned runs so far through 5. Not even 5. I think it's 4 in the 3rd. And looks like he's going to be pulled soon, even though his pitch count is not that high. Just been leaving too many pitches over the plate for players to drive. And as soon as Chris Davis hit this, he just knew it was gone. And that was just right down the middle for anyone to crush right there. And Oswalt, he too knew that it was gone right after he threw that pitch. And here's Edinson Volquez trying to get through the 6th. 2-1 count. That's going to be lined into left field for a base hit. Looks like it's going to be extra bases. And, oof. If Melky had played that cleanly, we might have gotten him out at 2nd. But that's going to be a double, and for Justin Ruggiano, I believe, and that's going to be strike 3 on Peter Borges. So the 1-out double doesn't really come to pass. And 4-6, Brandon Belt up 1-2 count against Roy Oswalt or someone else, I think. I'm not too sure, but he's going to line that to left field for a base hit. Brandon Belt having a 2-hit performance today, and he's been showing great promise for my team lately. He's a good utility player. Here's Pedro Feliciano in relief of Edinson Volquez, so his night is done. And going to be trying to get a pitch by Christian Betancourt here. And the pitch is going to be slashed down the right field line. Jorge Soler cannot play it clean, and here's the throw. And it's going to be way too late to get Betancourt. So that's a double for, I think he's a rookie. I'm not too sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's a nice piece of hitting right there. Here's Jose Reyes, 2-1 count. Lined up the middle for a base hit. Mike Trout coming up throwing. But Betancourt is not going to test his arm, as that is almost a perfect throw. Here's Howie now. And that's going to be a strike 3 on the swing. And I think that was a cut fastball. Just couldn't catch up with a 1-2 count to Evan Longoria. Strike 3 as well on the fastball. And Pedro Feliciano, after having a shaky start out of the bullpen, just calming down and striking out Nick Swisher as well. And we got some trouble right there. here in the 9th inning, Addison Reed up. Oh, bunt by Jose Reyes. Not going to happen. And that was a surprise right there. But the Angels are going to walk out of here with a W against their crosstown rivals, the LA Dodgers, at home. And I think we had lost the 2 games at Dodger Stadium before, so this was a very important game for us. Just a good way to pull out the win, even though they had a big inning in the 5th, putting up 4 runs. And just a good overall win for us. We've been trying to get back on track, so this is a good win. And we hope to get a lot more of these before, and I don't know who that guy is. Trying to maybe play Black Ops 2. But it's a good win for us, and I hope we can turn the boat around. I just hope that we can, because I want to get into playoffs. But Edinson Volquez gets the win. Roy Oswalt hit with the loss, and Melky Cabrera with that 2-hit performance, 1 a home run, putting up 3 RBIs today. Excellent day for him, and I think he's the player of the game. Yeah, He better be the player of the game with that clutch 3-run home run with 2 outs in the inning. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I know my friend has been slacking off posting so far. I don't know. I'll talk to him about it, and if he doesn't post anything, I might just make this my channel. Just one person posting one thing. Just one person posting on one channel. So guys, thank you for watching again, and like, rate, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.